Pearl Abyss presents Black Desert, a bullet between two worlds.
You don't have to trust me. I've brought proof.
Marnie, that leech, stood there with a familiar gun in his hand and a smirk on his face, claiming he knew where Eddie was. The revolver he held had the Canary name carved into it. Pa's gun. The gun my brother could have used to put a bullet in that murderous bastard Giovanni's skull. But that soft-hearted boy aimed wide. Everything went dark, and when I came to, he was nowhere to be found. I had no hope of finding him before this madman Marnie showed up, offering me my only lead. But I'm not the kind to dance to the tune of another man's fiddle, and I sure as hell ain't nobody's experiment. Oh, is that my gun? Why, thank you. Is that what you'd hoped I'd say? Now cut the horse shit and start talking. Where the hell's my brother?
Oh my! Was that shot intended for me? How delightfully reckless.
Last chance. Spill the beans or I'll spill your brains.
I meant what I said. When you truly feel at home in this world, I'll tell you where Eddie is. I know I vanished for a spell, but I'm back now. So how about a smile?
Here's a smile for you. Vanished is the right word for it. What kind of cow-turd business partner comes and goes at the drop of a hat, shilling all kinds of empty promises? Did I live ain't no easy mark.
Oh my, you've really missed me. I do have that effect though, don't I? I'm such a charmer. I simply can't help it.
Keep it up and I swear I'll shoot you where you stand.
Look at us, this banter, our chemistry. I admit, I may have neglected my newest partner the tiniest bit. Here, take it.
What's this? Marnie? Where'd you scurry off to this time? You ain't pulling another fast one on me, are you? It was a small metal box he gave me. A strange contraption, with buttons and switches on it. Just as I was about to toss it aside, thinking it was another one of Marnie's little toys, it started making noise.
Mic test. Scurry off, you say? Don't be absurd. This is the Marnie Wave, my ingenious little contraption. A device that lets you hear otherworldly voices and sounds. Speak into it, and you can have the distinct honor of conversing with me at any time. But wait, there's more! It allows you to listen to pre-recorded melodies from Marnie's instruments, a true miracle of...
Cut the crap!
I had a feeling you'd say that. Now remember, whenever you feel the cold grip of loneliness, just call my name. With a heart full of longing, simply cry out, Marnie!
For Pete's sake, shut up! Just tell me the next job.
A splendid idea! To celebrate this long-distance love affair, I bequeath unto you a marvelous task. As I've said before, and as you well know by now, my research requires Hearts of Ator, and at last, I've uncovered the next location of one such artifact. It's a land called Medea. I've got a feeling you'll feel right at home there.
Guided by Marnie's electronic voice box, I made my way to this place called Medea. It was a desolate land. The red rocks and wide open plains felt spookily similar to New Victoria. However, no one here wielded a weapon like mine. Though every now and then, I'd catch sight of someone using those old 16th century relics called matchlocks.
A bit past its prime, sure, but this 1836 revolver has a unique charm to it.
Thinking on my father's words, I realized it would likely be another 300 years before they developed revolvers like mine. Marnie said I should seek out some witch named Elezra here. If I found her, I'd be able to get my hands on the Ator's heart. I soon arrived at a small town called Tarif. If this truly was the home of sorcerers, as everyone says, Elezra should be here somewhere. But no sooner had I reached the edge of town, I heard something that caught my ear.
What? That weapon? It's just like the one the great sorcerer Gannicus once wielded. Yo, with that flaming side thing. I heard it radiates dark magic, does it? And what is your connection to Gannicus?
The man's eyes burned with fury, all of it aimed at what he called my flaming scythe. As I suspected, this world ain't got no guns like mine. Hold up. What'd he just say? Gannicus? Gannicus? Listen here, old man. What in a coyote's cookout? The story he told me about this Gannicus fella was downright shocking. He sounded just like the Gannicus from the book my brother Eddie used to read. Like he'd come straight out of its pages. But this is a whole nother world. How the heck can there be a Gannicus here too? I immediately pulled out my Marnie wave and called for Marnie. Marnie? Marnie? Pick up the damn device, Marnie!
Oh, Liv! What a pleasant surprise!
Who's Gannicus? Folks saying he got my same revolver and everything. What the hell's going on?
Oh, amazing! The communications...
Marnie? Marnie? You crazy cockatrice! If you're gonna make something, at least make it right! Blasted piece of junk!
You shut your trap! He's my hero! Shoot! Shoot, you dimwit! What would Gannicus do? Kill him! Gannicus.
Marnie? Marnie? What the hell is all that noise? Answer me, damn it! And then, the voice was gone. Occasionally I'd hear something, but it was just static, not even a hint of Marnie's voice. But the last thing I heard, I knew, without a doubt, that it was Eddie's voice. I didn't have a clue what was going on, but I knew something weird was happening. I felt it deep down in my gut. Eddie had to be out there somewhere in this strange world. For days, I wandered around Medea, ear glued to the Marnie wave like some crazed loon. Finally, I made my way to a big city called Altanova. Though I searched every alley, I found no sign of Eddie, and not a single lead on Gannicus. With no reply from that lunatic Marnie, I was overcome with frustration. It was right about that time that I felt a pair of eyes fall upon me. I could tell this wasn't gonna be no friendly how do you do, so I slowly made my way to a quiet open space on the outskirts of town. The footsteps behind me stopped. Now's my chance. I don't know who you are, but if you think you're gonna mess with me, you got another think coming. Show yourself!
A play to lure me out of the shadows. Quite bold of you. But you've misjudged your opponent, Deadeye Liv. When facing an unknown opponent, sometimes a steady mind is a far greater value than a steady gun.
Hell's bells, who are you? How'd you get behind me?
Why, I'm the White Witch you've been hunting. Elezra is my name.
Elezra? So you're the one!
You'll find your gun to be of little use here. Much like your Marnie wave. It's only good for making meaningless noise.
What are you really?
Let's just say that you were not thrust into this world merely by chance, Liv. The reason you're here, and the Ator's heart that Marnie is searching for. If you want answers, you'll have to help me. That is the only way you will find the truth that you seek. Your face says you've made up your mind. I have something you want, and you have something I need. Sounds like a fair trade, does it not?
I lowered the barrel I had aimed at her. The useless Marnie wave slipped from my hand and fell to the ground. Elezra's offer felt like a deal with the devil, but I could sense the truth lurking somewhere behind those expressionless eyes of hers. Right. I came to this world for one reason, and one reason only. Eddie. I'll take any gamble, any devil's deal, if it means finding you.
So, you've seen right through me. You're really not like the others. Well then, let's be off. Into the Black Desert. There, you will face the truth of who you truly are, and the darkness that blooms in the desert.
Liv! There's something I forgot to tell you earlier. You must not follow that woman, Elezra! Do you hear me, Liv? Liv! Are you listening?